Lust isn't just about physical desire. It's a hunger for attention, validation, control, even when it comes at the expense of others. Today's lesson: LiAngelo Ball, Nikki Baby, and Rashida Nicole, a tangled mess of lust, deception, and desperation that left two mothers humiliated, a family shattered, and a man who appears to be running from the lives he helped to create. LiAngelo Ball, son of LeVar Ball and brother to NBA stars Lonzo and LaMelo Ball, never reached their level of success on the court. His brief stints in the NBA Summer League and G League kept him in the spotlight, but not for his game. Off the court, LiAngelo's name stayed in headlines, not for championships, but for chaotic relationships. His love life became more about image than substance, surrounding himself with women while openly admitting he wasn't ready for serious responsibility. But lust doesn't care about readiness. It thrives in the gap between what you want and what you're willing to give. Despite admitting he wasn't prepared to settle down, LiAngelo entered a relationship with Nikki Mudarris, better known as Miss Nikki Baby, a reality TV personality, model, and entrepreneur who made her name on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Nikki is no stranger to the spotlight. She's built a brand around glamour, luxury, and being seen with high-profile men. But her pursuit of LiAngelo wasn't just about love, it was about legacy. She wanted to create a family with someone who added to her public image, even if that meant ignoring red flags. Nikki believed she could build a life with a man who was never serious about the foundation. Lust had her chasing a fantasy, while the reality of who LiAngelo was stood in plain sight.
So you guys have talked marriage?
Yeah.
Do you
Not now at this moment, but yeah.
I mean,
Well, I'm not like itching to get married. I already told her she know that.
In a couple years.
Yeah. No, I don't know yet for real, but I mean, shit is probably happening.
As long as I know it's going to happen, I'm very patient.
For Nikki, walking away wasn't an option. Lust convinces you that effort equals outcome, that if you just invest more time, more patience, more proof of your loyalty, you'll eventually earn the life you're fantasizing about. But love built on appearances and wishful thinking isn't love at all. Nikki wasn't just fighting for LiAngelo. She appeared to be fighting to validate her own worth in the eyes of the public. She needed this relationship to work because the world was watching, and lust had her convinced that walking away meant losing everything. By the time the truth became undeniable, the emotional investment was too deep. Nikki found herself trapped in a game where lust had set the rules, and she had no control over how it would end. Enter Rashida Nicole, another woman who wasn't just lusting after LiAngelo, but after Nikki's life. This wasn't a love triangle. This was a competition. Rashida's lust wasn't for a man, but for status, victory, and the thrill of replacing another woman. She didn't just want LiAngelo, she wanted the attention, the clout, the role of the one who won. It's the kind of lust that's fueled by social media culture, where stealing someone else's spotlight feels like an achievement. But in this race, nobody wins. But Rashida's so-called victory didn't bring peace, it brought obsession. After securing LiAngelo, Rashida turned her focus from building a life to tearing down Nikki Baby. She went online, attacking Nikki, a postpartum mother of two, accusing her of racism and claiming Nikki was attacking her first. But the reality? Nikki had simply announced that LiAngelo had left her and their children. Rashida wasn't defending herself. She was projecting her own insecurities, desperate to rewrite the narrative. To Rashida, taking Nikki's place wasn't enough. The world had to see her as the winner.
I wasn't even going to address this, but I'm tired of people playing victim on the internet. One, people move on, things change. So everybody coming for me and trying to slut shame me and woman shame me, and I'm so sick of that narrative. Like, y'all so quick to blame the woman. Y'all don't know what's going on. People love to play victim for the internet. Half the time, that lady don't even have her kids. Let's be clear, there is no abandonment over here. The lady and her family are racist. I don't care what anybody says. She always got the N-word in her mouth. You are not black. Stop posting about me. Stop trying to throw shade. Like, just leave me alone. You claim you happy.
But lust has a way of blinding people to reality. Because while Rashida was busy attacking Nikki, she didn't realize her own downfall was already in motion. 1 week after Rashida announced she was pregnant with LiAngelo's child, he filed for divorce. Lust had driven everyone in this story to chase a fantasy. But in the end, lust collected its debt, leaving broken families, public humiliation, and no true winners. By the time Rashida announced her pregnancy, the outcome was already written. LiAngelo filed for divorce just a week later, a public reminder that lust gives you titles, not loyalty. Neither Nikki nor Rashida got what they were chasing. Both were left navigating the wreckage, while LiAngelo distanced himself from the families he helped create. But even in his absence, LiAngelo's influence lingers. Men like him don't always cut ties. They keep emotional chains intact. Ownership disguised as apology. Control masked as co-parenting. Nikki revealed that even while LiAngelo was married to Rashida, he would still visit her, apologizing for his actions under the guise of seeing his children. It wasn't about fixing what he broke. It was about keeping a door open. Men like LiAngelo don't seek closure, they seek access. Public betrayal doesn't stop them from returning to the women they've discarded, using guilt and charm to ensure the connection never fully dies. Lust isn't always loud. Sometimes it hides in control, in knowing you can abandon someone publicly, yet still have access to them privately. And for Nikki and Rashida, that same lust, dressed up as keeping the family together, might have them orbiting around a man who has no intention of being loyal, hoping for closure that will never come. Because when lust convinces you that the father of your children is a bond that can't be broken, you start excusing betrayal. You chase fleeting moments that feel like love, but are really just extensions of control. And for LiAngelo, the lust for attention and dominance ensures the damage he caused will never feel like his responsibility, only his right. But this isn't just about LiAngelo Ball, it's about a pattern. Lust blinds everyone it touches. Nikki's lust for a fantasy, Rashida's lust for another woman's life, LiAngelo's lust for attention and control. When relationships are built on desires that aren't real, the fallout is inevitable. Lust gives you what you want in the moment, but takes everything you value in the end. This has been Casualties of Lust, where we expose how unchecked desire destroys lives. If you've ever seen or experienced lust destroy a career, a family, or even a friendship, share it in the comments below. These stories aren't just gossip. They're lessons about how people build themselves up, only for lust to tear them down. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that expose the real cost of unchecked desire. Learn the lesson or be the next casualty.